Due to Turkey's support for Pakistan, the campaign to boycott Turkey is in full swing in India, and it should continue. Even after the brutal Pahalgam attack, Turkey continued to support Pakistan, and it even provided weapons to Pakistan. Pakistan then used those weapons against India. If Turkey were a responsible and sensible country, what would it have done? It would have criticized Pakistan for the Pahalgam massacre. But what did Turkey do? It showed solidarity with Pakistan and supported India's enemy. Naturally, such actions are bound to result in a backlash from India. Indian tourists used to contribute 3 to 4,000 crore rupees annually to Turkey's economy. But now, following the Boycott Turkey campaign, there has been a significant drop in travel bookings to Turkey by Indians. Many Indians are cancelling their travel plans, which is a necessary step. There is no need to visit Turkey, totally boycott it. Otherwise, our money will fund the production of weapons in Turkey, which will be sent to Pakistan and used against us. That is why informed citizens are choosing to boycott tourism in Turkey. Many Indian traders are now boycotting Turkish apples and marble, which is great. Trade shouldn't be conducted with countries that support the enemy during the war. However, this does not apply to China at the moment. China, as always, is supporting Pakistan once again. But boycotting Chinese goods is not practical right now because we have substantial trade relations with China. Around 16.5% of India's total imports come from China, and approximately 3 to 3.5% of our total exports go to China. So we handle China differently. In the case of Turkey, the issue is not as significant. Currently, only about 1 to 1.5% of our total exports go to Turkey, and around 0.5% of our total imports come from Turkey. If this trade halts due to the economic boycott of Turkey, India can manage it through alternative markets. It would not pose a major problem. This is achievable. Although Azerbaijan is also supporting Pakistan, it is relatively insignificant. Therefore, not addressing it for now is fine. For the moment, let's focus only on Turkey. India has taken major action against the Turkish company Celebi Aviation. This company handled ground services at some of India's airports. However, since Turkey is collaborating with India's adversary, India, prioritizing its national security, has revoked the security clearance of this Turkish company. Following this decision, the company's shares saw a significant decline. India has also cancelled a naval shipbuilding deal with another Turkish company. And there is even talk of boycotting Turkish airlines. The message being sent to Turkey is clear. Ideological ties with India's enemies and economic ties with India cannot coexist. Additionally, many Indian universities are also suspending their ties with Turkish institutions. For instance, JNU has cancelled its agreement with a Turkish university. The idea is simple. If Turkey insists on supporting Pakistan, there is no need for academic ties with India. Further, just like China, Turkey is actively supporting Pakistan in narrative warfare against India. Therefore, strong action is necessary and India is taking steps accordingly. India has blocked the Twitter account of Turkey's state-controlled media outlet, TRT World, as it was spreading misinformation against India. This had to be stopped. The anger against Turkey has grown a lot in India. Some Indian entertainers are cancelling their shows in Turkey. The Indian film industry has decided to boycott films shot in Turkey, and online stores are removing Turkish brands from their platforms. Due to Turkey's actions, public sentiment in India has turned completely against Turkey, and strong measures are being taken by India in response. Yet, despite all this, Turkey's President Erdogan says that Turkey will maintain its brotherhood with Pakistan and continue to strengthen ties with it. How to make friends with a failed state and turn an emerging power into an enemy. If you want to learn this, look no further than Turkey. At a time when its economy is already under strain, Turkey has managed to invite boycotts from a thriving economy. This is a prime example of self-harm while attempting to harm others. President Erdogan has even stated that Turkey is ready to mediate the Kashmir issue between India and Pakistan. No thank you. Neither did we ask, nor is there any need for it. Kashmir is a matter between India and Pakistan. No third party has any role in this. In fact, the further countries like Turkey stay away from this issue, the better it will be for them. Talks regarding the Kashmir issue will only be with Pakistan and the sole discussion will be about when Pakistan is returning POK. India has made it clear to Pakistan that any talks will happen only if illegally occupied Indian territory is returned or terrorists spreading terror in India are handed over. Beyond this, India will not engage with Pakistan on any other matter. As for Turkey, India is already strengthening its relations with Turkey's regional rivals such as Greece, Cyprus, Armenia, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE to counter its influence. India understands well that it must remain cautious of the emerging axis of China, Turkey, and Pakistan while not underestimating its adversaries.